morning guys, welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for joining me again. Today is a very standard Wednesday for me. Wednesdays often look like a work from home day for me, which I absolutely love. And Connor goes into the office on Wednesdays, which means I have the house to myself, which just never happens because we both work from home. If either of us get a moment with the house to ourselves, then it's just the best day ever. So I thought whilst the house is quiet, I would have a day of filming what I eat in a day and bring you guys along with me, because I don't know about you, I find what other people eat, what other people are buying in their food shop, all those kinds of things super interesting. I think I'm just a really nosy person, so hopefully you guys are too, would find this really interesting because I personally would. So there we are. So I have just made my second cup of tea of the day. I had my first one as soon as I wake up, literally within 10 minutes. Now, does anyone else do this? Does anyone else have mugs that they associate with each drink they have of the day? So for instance, I've just made my second cup of tea in my Disney home mug, and I always have my second cup of tea in this mug. My first cup of tea, oh, I've just washed it up, so hopefully it's not too gross to show you, is always in this mug. This is my first cup of tea mug. And then I have other mugs throughout the day that I like to use for certain drinks. Like, tell me that's not weird, tell me other people do that. But anyway, that is what my second cup of tea is looking like. It is coming up to 9:30. Now I try and hold off having my breakfast until 9 to 9:30. I get up quite early, so the working day can typically start around sort of 6 a.m. for me. So I'm really hungry by this point, but I think I'm a grazer. I don't really know. I feel like in the morning I would have a small breakfast, then I have quite a big lunch, and then I snack in the afternoon and then have a good sized dinner. So, I mean, now I've said that, I'm probably gonna do something really different today. But anyway, I try and hold off having my breakfast until between about 9 to 9:30. So I am starving and we need to crack on before I get any hungrier. Now, my breakfasts haven't changed in about 6 months. I go through like breakfast obsessions, so I'll have the same thing for kind of 3-4 months, and then I'll switch it up, and then I'll eat the same thing every day for 3-4 months, and I'll switch it up. However, this one's lasted quite a while, so I'm waiting for me to get fed up with it. But anyway, let me show you guys what I'm going to be having for breakfast today. So, I say my breakfasts haven't changed in a long time, but I like to have a yogurt, some seeds, and a fruit mix. That's what I'm really enjoying at the moment. So yogurt-wise, I'm either having these little ones from Lidl or the Oikos ones, which you can get in Sainsbury's and Tesco's. It just depends really which shop I've been into, but this is what I have in the fridge at the moment. So it's got like a strawberry compote at the bottom, so I just like to mix that all up, and then I pop that in the bowl. Then on top of that, I like to add a bit of a seed mix. So I buy this pre-mixed. I really should have checked what was in this before I told you guys about it. I mean, I can see the pumpkin seeds, I can see the sunflower seeds. I think another one when I checked was linseed. I can't quite remember what the other seed mix is, but I put quite a generous portion of seeds on top of the yogurt. And then fruit-wise, I like to mix it up depending on kind of what I've got in. So I don't actually really like bananas, but I try and have 2 or 3 a week because obviously they're quite good for you. So I try and force feed myself 2 or 3 a week, and today is one of those days. Other than that, I have some strawberries and some raspberries. So I think I'm just going to have a bit of a mixture. Some days I'll just have strawberries if I'm feeling super lazy. Some days I'll just have raspberries, whatever kind of takes my fancy. Also, just to mention these tubs, because I absolutely swear by these containers for keeping your berries fresh. I got this from M&S. It's quite a good size, but I swear by coming home from the supermarket, washing your fresh berries and leaving them to dry and then storing them in these glass containers. I genuinely think you get a good couple of days more life out of them. So give it a go. I recommended them to a few friends that agree. They think it's worth doing. So yeah, see what you think. Thinking these raspberries are actually quite big. I feel like I should cut them up. I threw them in far too flippantly, so let's get those back out and cut some of those big ones. No, that's gross. Okay, let's not do that anymore. Let's just chuck all that back in. And then on to
the dreaded banana. Now, when I say I hate bananas, it's just I wouldn't enjoy, I mean, it's I really am not keen on those stringy bits, so they've all got to come off. I would never sort of just, in an ideal world, eat a banana like this. However, when I put them in this kind of yogurt and seed bowl, I find I don't really notice it, so I think it is quite a good way for me to eat things like this.
Okay, so here is the finished breakfast, and I'm very aware that after just saying that I like a small breakfast, this is not a small breakfast, I wouldn't say. This is pretty full. So I just like to give it a bit of a mix up so I can get a bit of the seeds, a bit of the yogurt, a bit of all the fruit. But I just love this breakfast. I just feel like it sets me up properly for the day. I feel like I've got a few of my 5 a day in as well by this point. So yeah, I am going to enjoy this breakfast. Can you guys hear that siren? I don't know if the camera's picking that up. If you can, that's really annoying. Sorry, hold on. Okay, I think we're good. I think it's gone. So I'm going to enjoy my breakfast. I'm going to have my cup of tea. It's 9:30 now. I like to have my lunch between sort of, I don't know, about 12:30. I have lunch quite early. So I'm going to crack on with some work for 3 hours and then I will check back in with you guys. Guys, so it's now, I don't know, it's now just gone 12:30, so about 3 hours after I last spoke to you, and shock horror, I am starving. So time for a bit of lunch. I am going to have a egg and two, I don't think you guys have seen these before, but I really like them, the turkey bacon rashers. I'm going to have 2 slices of that, an egg, on a Warburton's protein thin bagel. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really track protein and stuff like that. I don't really think I understand it. But I don't know if 8 grams of protein is a lot, but the fact that they're advertising it makes me think that it's a big thing. So I'm gonna assume that's a positive. So I'm just gonna get these cooking. I will have something on the side. I haven't really decided what yet. And of course I'll have ketchup in it, but yeah, I have this for lunch sometimes. It's like quite a average standard work from home lunch for me, but I mean, that is not gonna be enough. So I'm gonna need something on the side. So I will stick you guys on a bit of a time lapse while I get this cooking, and then I will show you the end result.
Now I was gonna stick you guys on a time lapse, but can you hear me over all of this? But I thought actually I needed to explain myself, as I am a bit weird. Oh, sorry, I'm just getting a spatula out. I'm a bit weird about eggs. I'm not a massive fan of a yolk. So what I'll do when I'm frying an egg is, let's be honest, I will just explode it and kind of spread it out, and then it's fine. I find it okay if I don't have to have it in like whole runny oat form. You know how people like love poached eggs? Poached eggs are not for me. I find them snotty. So this isn't particularly exciting, but I've decided just to have some pepper. And when I say some, I will probably actually eat that whole pepper. I really like pepper. I think like it's a nice kind of sweet snack, so I quite like it. But I've just decided to have some pepper and some cucumber with my bagel. Does anyone else find it really hard to decide what to have for lunch? Because I can go really uninspired on lunch times. Oh, hang on, let me go and bang that out. You know, the seedy things, I don't want those particularly in there, so I'm going to go and bang those out over the sink. Right, we are back, seed free. Sorry, I think I was talking to you about lack of inspiration for lunches. Yeah, I wish I was someone that would just be happy having like a sandwich for lunch, because I feel like that would just be so much easier. But to be honest, I get bored. Although I can have the same breakfast every day. Ooh, my egg is squeaking. Although I can have the same breakfast every day, it appears I can't really have the same lunch. So yeah, I have to kind of keep it fresh. I'll probably have these for like a week, and then I'll get bored, forget about them, and then I'll have to think of something else, and I'll come back to these in like a month's time. That's probably how it's going to work. But my eggs and turkey are nearly done. So a little bit of ketchup, and we're ready to go nearly. 1 egg and whoops, 2 rashers of turkey bacon. Upside down. There we go. And this is my lunch for today. I don't know, does that look a bit boring to some? It just feels like a lot of peppers actually, doesn't it? I think I've cut them quite quick. But unfortunately, I'm gonna have to eat this at my laptop today because I don't really have time to take a lunch break, which is such a shame. So I'm gonna eat this whilst doing some emails. and tidied up. Please excuse the drying up in the background. That was delish, but I am expecting to need something else to eat in about an hour because the afternoons are my weakness. I do like to snack quite a bit in the afternoons. So I'm sure I'll be eating something again in an hour or so. But I've just remembered that I am supposed to put dinner in the slow cooker for tonight, and we are actually having pulled gammon tonight, which takes sort of 5 to 6 hours in the slow cooker on high. So I just thought it's just gone 1:30. I should probably get that on. This quite literally takes about a minute to prep. What I do is so basic, but we like it. It's a nice easy meal. I just put the gammon in the slow cooker and then I cover it just so that the stock is just over the top of the gammon, and I put it on for 5 to 6 hours. This is just a vegetable stock. There's probably not enough in here, so I'm probably gonna have to top it up with boiling water, but that's all I can fit in the jug for now. So, we're not too far off, but we could just do with a little top up. This kettle is obviously only just boiled, so that's got boiling water in it. And I literally leave mine just to cook in stock. I know a lot of people use Coke or like proper ingredients, but this is just a nice, straightforward way of doing it. And I'm gonna leave that now for about 6 hours.
Anyone else do this when they're working from home? I feel like I need to plan out what I'm going to be eating for the next few hours just to keep me motivated. I know that sounds so sad. So I'm just trying to work out what I'm going to want to eat. So as I say, it's just gone 1:30. I have a gym session booked for 4 o'clock today, so I'm going to need something to eat before. So my gym session is 4 till 5. Then Connor and I actually have a meeting to go to together. So Connor, as I mentioned, is in the office today. He's going to get dropped to the gym. We're going to meet there and go straight on to the meeting. So again, I'm going to be hungry after the gym. So I'm going to need something before and something after. Hopefully we'll be back about 7. So the gammon should be ready about then, and that will be perfect timing. I would normally reach for a white chocolate Kit Kat at this time. Not going to lie, that's my complete weakness. I absolutely love a white chocolate Kit Kat. But I'm thinking I would appreciate it more if I saved it until after my... Sorry, that's not a very nice angle. I've just realised I've been talking to you down here. I think I'd appreciate it more if I had it after my gym session. So I am going to have... Actually, I'm going to have my after lunch lemon and ginger tea. I quite like to have this when I'm doing sort of laptop work. I just think it's quite a nice after lunch little tea. So I'm going to get that underway. And I will probably catch up with you guys in... I will probably catch up with you guys in about an hour when I'm hungry again. Actually, which mug? Oh, of course I know which mug I have it in. So, whoops, it's like mug Jenga in this cupboard. But my afternoon tea, well, herbal tea is in my February born, loyal and unique mug. And my mum got me that. She's either telling me I'm weirdly quirky or she likes me. I'm not really sure. But either way, I'm going to take it as a compliment.
Hello again. So I'm just on my way to the gym and I realised I ate and I didn't tell you guys, which is not what I was supposed to be doing today. So it is, what time is it? 3:45. And I had, as a pre-gym snack, I had some mango that I had in the fridge and it needed finishing up. And I also had half a Kinder Santa, which, well, actually, I had 3/4 of a Kinder Santa, if I'm honest, which wasn't really in the plan for today, but it was in the cupboard, and that is lethal. If I have anything like that in the cupboard, then the chance of being consumed is rather high. So that was my evening snack for after dinner, which I've now eaten a good 3/4 of, so that won't be happening anymore, which is sad. But as I mentioned earlier, I got the gym for an hour now, well, 45 minutes. I've got a body pump class, and then Connor is going to meet me at the gym, and we're going on to a meeting together. I brought a white chocolate Kit Kat for myself, and I thought I'd better bring one for him as well, because that's a bit mean, isn't it? And then we'll come home, have dinner, and the only thing is I think he's got football tonight, which is a bit annoying in terms of dinner, because I think he normally leaves for football about sort of 7 o'clock, and I think after this meeting we're not going to be home much before 7, so I'm not quite sure what his plan is for getting dinner in this evening, because I don't know what time he's going to have that. But anyway, I'm just going to cook dinner and he can work that bit out himself. Yes, I will check in with you guys when I have finished at the gym.
Hello, so we are now back. It is 6:30 and time for dinner. I've just put the potatoes on to boil. So as you know, I put the gammon on earlier. That I will leave until we are ready for it. So probably like another 20 minutes.
I will then do that as like a pulled gammon. So I just take it out of the slow cooker, put it on a chopping board, and basically like use 2 forks to pull it, and it's just, that's kind of the way we like to have it. So I'm going to do it as a pulled gammon. I'm going to make a parsley sauce actually. Get that out before I forget. So parsley sauce, gammon, mashed potato. I'm going to do a bit of broccoli. I'm going to do some baby corn, and I'm going to finish off these beans. So I'm just going to get these prepped, and then we can start to get those onto boil. I think I will put you guys on a time lapse. Actually, before I do that, I meant to talk to you guys about sort of water consumption. I know that's a really weird thing to say, but I've realised I've shown you like what I've drunk instead of in terms of like teas and herbal teas and things like that, but I haven't spoken to you about what I would drink other than that. So I know it's not a great habit, and it's one that we probably should kick, but we do have a can of Pepsi Max each with dinner, which is not ideal. But other than that, I drink a lot of water. Have I got my water bottle in here to show you? Oh, it's there. This is my water bottle that I'm using at the moment. So I don't know how many mil that is. Is that maybe? In fact, I'm going to work out how many mil this is, because I would actually love to know, because I drink about 5 or 6 of these a day, and I am constantly needing away. It's so annoying. But I need to work out what the mil is, because I would actually really be interested to know. So, okay, so I filled my water bottle up to the top. Where is mils? They're that side, aren't they? How much do we reckon is actually in here? Is it a litre? No, it's, how much is that? Oh, bang on 800. So if I'm drinking 5 or 6 of those, well, it's 5, let's say 4 to 6, because obviously every day is a bit different. That's quite a lot of water, isn't it? But that would explain why I need to wee approximately every 3 to 4 seconds. So, right, I'm actually going to have a bit more water to drink, put that back in there, and I'm going to get cracking on with sorting out these veg, and I'll pop you guys on a time lapse. Dinner tonight. I have absolutely drowned mine in parsley sauce. I literally love parsley sauce. There's loads on there. But I am going to go and watch Married at First Sight on the telly and enjoy this, because Connor is just doing washing up apparently, and then he's going to go out to football. So I am home alone tonight, and I can enjoy my dinner on the sofa watching Married at First Sight. Please excuse the state of my hob. It looks like it's absolutely been through it today. I just can't cook and actually keep it clean. I don't know how people manage it. So I do need to give that a clean, but I'm thinking I will probably do that tomorrow. But more importantly, it's time for an evening snack. I reckon I've got about another hour until Connor's back from football. So that means I've probably got another episode of Married at First Sight, and I'm going to have some popcorn whilst I do that. Obviously, we always have dinner together, so I know it sounds really mean, and obviously I love his company. I'm not saying that for 1 second.
But when I do have dinner on my own, I get to watch, because he doesn't watch Married at First Sight, so I watch something that he wouldn't watch with me. So, oh, that's nearly ready. Let's pop some salt in there. So this, obviously, I'm not saying this is healthy, but it's probably a bit better for me than finishing off the rest of that Kinder Santa. And to be honest, I actually didn't have that Kit Kat earlier, which is kind of sad. So it means I will likely have 2 tomorrow to make up for it. No, I'm kidding, I won't. Am I kidding? No, I probably will actually. Right, so if you haven't made popcorn on the hob before, I have just got a small knob of butter in here and, sorry, a small knob of butter in here and a dash of olive oil. I then bring it to, not the boil, but a sizzle, as you can probably hear, on a medium heat. And then I add in my corns. And give it a good shakeroo. I feel like I always make far too much, so it probably won't fit in the bowl and I end up leaving some for lunch or a snack tomorrow. But one thing, if you are making this, get your bowl ready, because when it starts to pop, it needs to get out of the pan. Yeah, so this is my bowl. I really like a big portion of popcorn. Whilst I'm making my popcorn, the day that I'm filming this is 1 month today until we get married. I can't believe it. I can't believe how quickly that's all coming round. I'm so excited, and as it currently stands, I'm not stressed, and I would really love for it to stay that way. I'm really enjoying the build up. We had loads of stuff booked quite early on, so I'm finding it not too stressful. I'm sure that will change the week or 2 weeks before, but right now, a month to go to the day, and I am just so excited. Is that about to start going? We're about to start popping, maybe. Here it goes. And I just watched those clips back that I've just filmed, and my head wasn't in it, so I'm really sorry about that. I need to really work on my angles. I don't really know what. Oh, hang on, I need to shake the popcorn. Let me put you down. See? I always do too much. Right, I'm going to have to decant it. I'm going to have to keep going because it's going to pop out the pan. Oh God, are we done? Okay, I have, oops, one more pop. I've done far too, I don't know if you guys can see this again. I just chucked you down, so I'm so sorry. I have done far too much popcorn. But that's fine. This is how much we are dealing with. I mean, that's like a portion for like 3 people, right? But you can put obviously whatever you want on it. I'm going to put a little bit of sweetener and a little bit more salt. I quite like mine. Oh. Okay, opening this one-handed. There we go. Guys, this is chaos. I'm so sorry. Right. I like a little bit of sweetener. Oh, that's quite a lot of it. And then a little bit of salt. And a shake. That's all we need. Guys, I'm so annoyed at myself. Why did I cut my head? Like, why didn't I check in that whole last clip? You can just see like here down, but I'm going to keep it in because I'm not making the popcorn again. That wouldn't be real life. So I'm just going to keep it in. Oh my God, sorry, I just see my gym hair and everything. Why am I doing this? Why am I coming on the camera like this? It's a bit late for that, isn't it? But I think where it all goes wrong for me is that obviously I'm filming on my phone because I don't have a camera yet, because I just wanted to kind of see how this long form YouTube kind of thing went before I bought a camera. So hopefully I'll get one soon, but I think that's the problem. Like, I like to film using the front camera on my phone, but therefore it means I can't see what I'm doing, so that's great. But anyway, I'm going to watch one more episode of Married at First Sight before Connor gets back with my ginormous bowl of popcorn. That is my idea of a great evening. And I'm going to end this vlog here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sorry it's been a bit chaotic. I feel like because I've been filming in like splits and spats today, I don't feel like I don't really know what I've filmed. So it feels a bit all over the place, but I hope it's okay when I come to put it all together. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.